Hey everyone, so you guys said you were quite enjoying these sort of talking educational type videos, so I'm filming another one for you. First off the bat, any of you who are familiar with the shop will know I am currently sitting on the floor in front of the counter because I thought this would be a much more fun backdrop. It is a bit blurry. I'm not the best with this whole technology thing, but I will try to figure it out so I can get better stuff going on. But yeah, you can watch the fish swimming around. There they are. They're wondering what's going on. They're thinking there's food time or whatever because I'm holding food. So yeah, basically the topic of this video is why anyone who's talked to me about what's the best food to feed their fish or anything will know I always say hands down Repashy would be the best option. And so this video is just basically about why and what to kind of look for when you're looking at foods, or what I personally look for, perhaps is maybe a better way to phrase it. So here I've got two example ones. So we've got the Sierra Grania Green cichlid food, which is kind of like a little pellet. I can show you guys. It's like a small little pellet, and it's designed mainly for your Tropheus and Mbuna. And then on the other hand, we've got the Repashy, the Soylent Green, which is the closest of the Repashy ones to that. So yeah, basically the reason I like Repashy so much is just the quality. So if we look in the ingredients section, I'll read out the first. So we'll start with, like, say, the first 5 ingredients of each. So for the Repashy, we've got spirulina algae meal in the chlorella form, krill pea protein isolate, black soldier fly larva, so that's the first 5. And then, so we'll do the Sierra one now. So we've got fish meal, corn, wheat, gluten, wheat flour, wheat germ. So first of all, when we're talking about Tropheus and Mbuna, they are going to be basically scraping rocks is their thing for little bits of, algae or little crustaceans or something that might be sitting there, or bits of algae, bits of plants, this kind of thing. So yeah, obviously if we compare the two, the Repashy has a few different types of algae and crustaceans and this kind of thing, whereas the Sierra one has fish. They're not really predators, so that's weird. And then just like corn and wheat and stuff, which is not a common thing you're going to find in the lakes or anything. So yeah, and then personally, so I've tried both foods, plus like Hikari, I can't think of any others, JBL, like a whole bunch. And with the Repashy, that's basically all I feed these guys. They get the Soylent Green and the grub pie, but that's all I feed them, and I've noticed far better coloration and growth from the smaller ones and all this kind of thing. So feeding a high quality food is definitely what I would say is the difference between really nice fish and good fish. Some fish it probably doesn't matter as much, but particularly for like the African cichlids, I don't think it really compares basically. So yeah, and then so that's basically it. And then the reason, there is times where I would recommend something like the Sierra food if you're on a limited budget, etc. It's probably better. So for comparison's sake, it's like 3 ounces, which is like, what would that be, about 85 grams of the powder is $30, which if you're not familiar, mix with boiling water to make the gel. And then this is 135 grams just of pellets, and that is, just to double check, I believe it's like about the same price, maybe a little bit cheaper. Maybe, no, yeah, it's about 25. Man, I should have checked that before I filmed a video. Idiot. But yeah, basically this will last. This is a bit cheaper per weight, but personally I've found with Repashy you don't need to feed as much, like volume wise, because they get more nutrients out of the same amount of food essentially. So yeah, the pellets is a bit cheaper though per weight on an ongoing basis, if that makes sense. Like swapping over can be the hard part. Like someone, and talking to people, I've found some people have, you know, X amount of, like say $10 per week to feed their fish, and that's fine, you just keep going with the $10. Or you can do the $30 one week to go down in how much it'll cost per week. But for some people that's not affordable, which is fine. But that's kind of the two sections I'd think about. But yeah, basically I'd say if at all possible, Repashy is the way to go. It's not really similar, like in my opinion there's nothing else quality wise that compares in New Zealand at least. And yeah, I think you'll get much better coloration and activity and growth and all this from your fish. So yeah, obviously this is talking about the Africans, but there's different sort of blends for different fish, but the same idea stands in that quality far better than anything we can get. So yeah, I hope that sort of explains some things for you guys, and yeah, if you have any questions about it, let me know, and I'll be sure to help you out. So yeah, thanks guys.